What do you do when your customer uses the C word? Hey everyone, Tommy80 here, the master sales trainer, closer, F&I guy, yes, the one you read about in Power Sports Business News. This is about strategic selling and strategic F&I combined. That's right, sales and F&I in one package. It's real, and people are asking me what it's all about. I just came back from 3 days in a dealership, and once again, I had a ton of fun because I got to talk to customers, I got to sell, and close some deals. Now we had a customer come in, started flapping his lips using the C word. Yeah, that one. I don't even think this guy was a Trump supporter. I mean, after Trump canceled that Boeing contract for the new Air Force One, everyone was shocked. And the one that was most uncomfortable to hear about this cancellation was the F&I manager. Now what word did you think I was talking about? The C word in F&I, it's cancellation. And it's prevalent this time of year because it's the holiday season. Happens every year. Parents run low on money, got to buy presents, tons of food and toys. Some of your customers are going to come in and cancel whatever they can so they can get some Christmas money. They won't tell you that's why though. They'll tell you they don't need it. They're selling their bike. They don't want to lie, but they've got to save face. Who wants to walk into a dealership and tell everyone, hey, I'm broke, so I'm going to cancel everything that I got on my side-by-side? Don't fall for it. So to take care of this cancellation request, we had to get strategic and bust out our FILM support material to figure out what to do. Yeah, FILM, F&I Lives Matter. So when someone wants to cancel an F&I product, it means a chargeback to the manager, the dealer, and the protection company. Everyone loses, including the customer, because now they're not going to have a warranty. And if they're like everybody else out there, they're on a budget. And people with budgets, they don't budget for broken razor axles. Here's what we did for this case. First, the salesperson tried selling the guy a new side-by-side. They sat down at the desk, they looked over some numbers. After about an hour, this guy said, it's too much money. Not going to do it. He couldn't do it. He owed too much on his trade, and he just tried selling it on his own. So everybody there agreed it was a pretty good idea. I wasn't there. I was about to show up until he mentioned the C word. Cancel the warranty on my side-by-side, which always sucks because it means you're giving money back to the customer out of your pocket if you're the F&I manager. Fortunately, the dealer grabbed me, told me the situation, and asked, what do we do now? The strategy. And it's really easy. I introduced myself to the customer, thanked him for coming in, told him we'd get his papers ready for the cancellation, but then I used the 1 to 10 close. Now if you don't know that close, then watch my video on the 1 to 10 close after this because it's one of my favorites. So after I asked him to rate the new side-by-side, he said he'd rate it an 8. I asked what would it take to make it a 10. He said give him more for his trade. I asked him how much he was hoping for. He said pay it off. That's an offer right there. I had an offer. That's all I wanted, an offer. We had already offered him about $1,000 under his payoff, so I said, other than paying off your trade, is there any other reason we couldn't wrap this up right now? I isolated the close. He said he'd do it right now, so as soon as I suggested that myself and the manager take another look at this trade, I was told the trade was still at his house. You can close a lot of deals without seeing a trade. That's another strategy, but when you've got to step up on a trade to close a deal, then you'd better get the trade in the store. So I'm going to shorten this story up by letting you know that we ended up selling the guy another side-by-side that same day. But here's the strategy part. Whenever someone brings up the C word, you can't get defensive, but you've got to get strategic. First, find out what they're going to do with the unit they're canceling the products on. Next, assume that whatever comes out of their mouth was just a reactionary excuse to save face and not necessarily the truth. After all, who doesn't want a warranty on their side-by-side? Everybody wants one. Who doesn't want a gap policy on their motorcycle payments? Everybody wants one. Tire and wheel protection? You want it. Same answer. Back to my strategy. Since I was confident the guy would come right back with his trade because he wanted a refund or a new unit, I had the guy go home and bring his trade back. After he pulled up, we unloaded it, did a real appraisal, put real money on it, came up a few $100 on his trade value, showed him his new payment, and we had a deal. Plus, he protected his new one too. That's what strategy is about. Knowing what strategy to take when somebody wants to cancel on you. Knowing what to say when someone says, no, I don't want to buy this right now. Have you got strategies, and how do you get them? You show up to my strategic sales conferences or my strategic F&I conferences. Get some strategies with some of these little tricks and you'll become a top performer and you'll make more money. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my page. Check me out at Tommy80.com. See you later.